Hey, what's going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another video. I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. I'm back for another Breakfast with TNC episode today. It's been a little while, but we're back for the 9th in the series. And I'm really going to look to up my game after my exams finish with the Breakfast with TNCs. It's just quite hard to do at the moment. But nonetheless, we've got breakfast this morning. I've gone for a berry, banana, water, honey, and oat smoothie, and also a little Nature Valley protein bar, which I'm sure Chris will love. These are actually really good, actually. Like, sweet, but apparently they're good for you. So I'm taking it, and of course the smoothie is just good. But, quick mention for yesterday's breakfast, best of the year by far. I'd finished my shift at Radio Norfolk. Me and Mum went to get some breakfast at the Premier Inn in Norwich. About to pay. Waiter brings up the receipt. It says, I'll put the picture on the screen now, but basically, the waiter knew the channel and watched the channel. So, if you're watching, Ollie Rounce, a massive thank you. You made my day, you made my mum's day, and the breakfast was cracking as well. Anyway, let's get straight in to today's news. The first one being some news from the EDP, written by Paddy Davitt. The headline is Norwich City will call the tune in any Nathan Redmond transfer tussle. Of course, Nathan Redmond has been the most linked Norwich City player out of the club so far. And to be honest, I'm not surprised. 1 year left on his contract, a hot up-and-coming England player with Premier League experience. Any Premier League team would be happy to have Nathan Redmond in. Alex Neil insists Norwich City will call the shots in any Premier League chase for Nathan Redmond. It says here, it's only natural for him to attract interest. He is young, he's English, and he has 1 year left on his contract. When you put those three things together, it's not a surprise. Nathan is one of those who will always attract interest. But he then goes on to say he might only have a year left in him, but he is under 24, so compensation is a factor as well. We are still in a very strong position. Nathan has countless under 21 appearances, and he has experience in the Premier League and is a big asset to this football club. So, Alex Neil obviously wants to keep Nathan Redmond, and why wouldn't he? You know, he's played at Championship level, he's played at Premier League level, and to be honest, pretty much excelled at both of them. Consistency is a factor with Nathan Redmond. He was better in the Championship, obviously, because the dip down was the quality is slightly less in the Premier League, but you know, he's done well in both leagues, and Nathan Redmond would be a huge positive to have in the Championship. He's one of them, you know, top class players at that level. So that would be good to get. As well as that, we've got some contract news here, actually. Alex Neil wants to keep hold of Gary O'Neill and Stephen Whittaker, who are out of contract next month. If we don't renew their contracts, they will then become free agents, and well, they can go wherever they want. This is an interesting one. I thought we would have kept hold of Gary O'Neill. His experience is priceless. And to be honest, he's done a really good job in the Premier League last season. And Stephen Whittaker, very surprised about this one. Does this mean that either Pinto might be going out of the door, or does it simply mean that with Andre Wisdom going back to Liverpool, we just need that replacement? And to be honest, Stephen Whittaker wasn't too shabby under Alex Neil in the Championship. He was dreadful under Neil Adams, but when Alex Neil came in, it seemed that Scottish chemistry really came through. So that was good to see. Alex Neil said we're in process of talking to both. If it makes sense for them, it makes sense for them, and the club is something we can look at. Stephen is a proven Championship player and did well for us, and Gary had a really good season, contributed and had conversation with all the players, and they all know their individual situations. So, you know, it seems like the players know what's going to be happening. It looks to me by Snapchat that Tim Close might be staying at the club. We're going to be getting onto that in a minute. But some good news there. We look in a good position to try and keep hold of Nathan Redmond. I doubt it'll happen, but at least we're in a good position. If it doesn't mean we can keep him, at least it'll mean we get a good price for him, which is the most important thing at the end of the day. Next one is an opinion piece from Robin Sainty on the EDP as well. The headline: Norwich City's problems go back further than one poor Premier League season. This is what I've tried to been talking about. It wasn't just last season's undoings that have done us. It's, you know, an accumulation of a few poor seasons. Robin says here, in the summer of 2013, City were entering their 3rd season in the Premier League. I can remember making a video at the start of this season talking about the players who Robin mentions: Van Wolfswinkel, Leroy Fair, Martin Olsen, Nathan Redmond, Gary Hooper. 5 players there who I thought were going to tear up the Premier League. I was like, could we push on for Europa League this season? We saw how that went. We went down. Yeah, and then he put, unfortunately, for various reasons, the expected impact didn't materialise and City returned to the Championship. Just as much hard work of becoming an established Premier League club appeared to have been done. You know, I think the recruitment's been poor for the past 3 seasons. Maybe 2 seasons, maybe 3. You know, even in the Championship, it was poor. It was only really Cameron Jerome who did well for us. The season before that, of course, Robin Saint. We spent a lot of money that season. Only really Nathan Redmond, Hooper done okay. You know, Olsen's been okay. Fair was hit and miss, and Van Wolfswinkel, well, probably the biggest flop in Norwich City history. But, you know, something needs to change because it's been happening for too long. This football club, that the recruitment hasn't been that good. Something needs to change, whether that's the scouting staff, whether that's head of recruitment, I don't know. Robin then goes on to say, I just hope that Alex Neil is fully back this summer, both in terms of players that he wants and a willingness to spend in a sensible and controlled manner. If so, I believe we could see him emerge as one of the great City managers. I fully agree there with Robin. I think that's correct. Something needs to change at the football club so we get that recruitment right. We need to back Alex Neil. We need to put him in the best possible position and then, of course, enjoy the Championship. And then finally, David Powell's another opinion article here in the Evening News. It's time for a hero. That's the message Alex Neil needs to convey. David basically just talked about keeping Tim close and trying to make him into a hero. I sincerely hope that defender Tim Close isn't one to leave because if I was Neil, I'd be looking to rebuild the squad with him at the very heart. Step 1, make him captain and urge him to give City 1 season to get back up. Step 2, tell him if he was willing to stay, he has the chance to be remembered by Norwich fans long beyond his career. A hero, a Hall of Famer, a legend, all in one, rather than someone who has always made a good impression wherever he went, but never sustained one. That's a fantastic paragraph from David Powell and one that really hits home with me. I would love to see Tim Close on that Norwich City Hall of Fame for his fantastic start in the Premier League, getting us back into the Premier League through the Championship, and then hopefully rebuilding with him at the heart of the squad. I think that Tim Close could become a great Norwich City player if we keep hold of him, but it's keeping hold of him. To be honest, I wouldn't moan if he left, but I think there's a good opportunity here to really play with the Norwich City fans' hearts. Play with the hearts? That sounds a bit weird. Fondle with the hearts? That's even weirder. Tim Close, we love you, basically. Anyway, that's the news for today. Nathan Redmond transfer news, some contract news with Stephen Whittaker and Gary O'Neill. Does the recruitment need to change? Leave me your thoughts on that down in the comments section below. And also, Tim Close, will we keep hold of him or won't we? Let me know that in the comments. I'm going to drink my smoothie, I'm going to have my protein bar, and then I'm off to college. Have a fantastic day, whatever you're doing. This is Breakfast with TNC, episode 9. Hit subscribe, hit like. Peace out.